I am on my way home. It's almost 8 o'clock, and I cannot wait to get home to see my baby. And talk about this subject really quick. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. That I saw, and I was like, so. Excuse me, y'all. I'm still getting over a little cold, but my voice is coming back. So, I saw somebody do a video about this, the increase of women working and the men staying at home with the kids. And I actually saw this a couple of years ago. I knew a couple where the father used to be in the military, and the mother, they just had their baby. They were super excited, and he stayed home while she went in the workforce. I thought it was very odd, even though, granted, he was a very good father. He loved his son, but I can see the disconnect with the mother and the son, like as if she loved him just as much, but I can see that the son was clingy to his dad because dad was there. And it kind of like, he was basically like a stay at home father. And also, he would go on play dates and meet other parents, but majority of those would be women with children. And so I'm noticing this trend, and this is my thought on it. If me and my husband would have never, slow your roll, if me and my husband would have never got a divorce, would have never went what we went through, I would have enjoyed staying at home with my daughter. I thank God that He allowed me to be with my child until she got of the to the point she was able to talk a little. And that was something that I was always afraid of, is her being around somewhere and not able to communicate. But God had blessed me where when we moved, my mother, she retired so she can help me take care of my daughter. So, but my daughter has that grandmother figure and her mother figure. She has that that motherly love that's around her, whether it be her mother or her grandmother. Um, I noticed too that I remember one of my old co-workers. She wanted to have a baby, and she was even willing to tell her husband, look, you can even stay home and take care of the baby, and I'll take care of both of you. Women, we always trying to prove so much, to the point that some women will allow their men to be lazy as heck while you go into the workforce. I didn't sign up for any of that. I didn't sign up to be a single parent, and I didn't sign up to work all hours of the day. And by the time I see my daughter, she looked like she grew 3 inches or so. I think that this is the enemy that's always trying to demasculate the man, because you got all types of whatevers claiming they whatevers and they not. But you got, now you were already separating the husband and the wife, and now you want to redefine the roles, that the husband can do the wife thing and the wife can do the husband thing. So my thoughts on this is that it's all a setup. It's all a setup. And I even met a guy and his wife, and he's sitting at home, you know with for his boys, talking about, yeah, this is what we do. And yeah, my wife, she's a traveling nurse. And I'm looking at him like, so I'm looking at him and I'm just like, So I get it. It's good to see. It's good to see a father around his children. But no wonder why your wife, how can I say, what's the word I want to say it? What's the word I want to say? I noticed that the wife was a little bit like, I noticed that she was like on the aggressive side and he wasn't. And I noticed, not saying that he needed to be on the aggressive side, but she was very forcefully like, basically, you shut up, I pay the bills. And I'm not saying that all men are like that too, like they would tell their wives to shut up because they pay the bills, because that's not the case. But I will say, like, I just noticed, and he really emphasized what his wife does, and he stay home, and I'm like, okay. And I'm just noticing that it is a rise to this so-called trend. Me, ain't happening, Captain. Ain't happening. You not gonna sit up here with all man muscles and all and be sitting on the couch talking about you gonna raise the babies. Nah. Now I get it if something happened when you just not able to work. We gonna make something happen, because the Bible says a man don't work, he don't eat. But I feel like if this thing is a trend, you got all of these women out here, baby mamas out here, or whatever you want to call it out here, single parents out here. A lot of dudes are leaving the workforce. And I feel like it's going to be a lot of dudes out here just knocking women up just so they can be at home while she work. I don't know. No, I do know. It's insane. It's nuts. But what I do know is that a lot of women who are doing it on their own, I'm talking about completely on their own, depending on God, like out here really grinding and sometimes crying and just, God giving us strength to just move on. Like, ain't no way in heck. you know, I be thinking when I'm on the clock, like, dang, I want to see my child, but mama got to do what I got to do. I got to make sure my daughter eat. I got to make sure that that she's being provided for. And in this way, me going into the workforce, but this wasn't something planned when I got married. When I got married, it was me and her dad was going to do the daggone thing, and we was going to both rock out together. But my, things do change. But now you got dudes, you got folks that's really just like, you go into work and I'll stay home. It's just the same when I see women get down on their knees and they're proposing to a man. Stuff is off, man. Some people were like, well, it works for us. Okay, whatever. But some of y'all doing it just so y'all can I don't know, just so you could please him. You could be lazy and don't do nothing and stay home and eat and take care of the kids. And I'll go and work. Nah, man, nah. That's not what I signed up for. That is not what I signed up for. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Sorry, y'all. I just witnessed a fox get hit by the daggone car. What made him? No, I'm not gonna be able to get that out of my mind. Sorry, y'all. Give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Oh, Jesus. Bless that little fox. Oh. Bless that little fox. Jesus. And it's so funny? Not funny. The other day I looked out my backyard and I saw a little fox just leaving out the daggone, leaving out the little thing like he was just, I said, look at that fox. If Solar was alive, you would not have a chance. But that poor little fox tried to make a run for it and just got popped. Like his little soul just went. He ain't suffering at all. Sorry, y'all, but daggone it, I did not need to see that. You see, do you understand what my point? Mom's at the workplace, leaving home late, you know, providing, and I see a daggone fox get smacked by a car on the highway. I didn't sign up for that. That was a horrible thing to see. Oh, poor thing. But dang, y'all, I really wish I did. I really wish I didn't see that fox. But anywho, I know some people may have whatever, be like, this is the new things, the new times. But I like what the guy, he made a point, and he said that mothers are more nurturing. They just are. We got it in us. Like, we pick babies up. Some of us we're so good that we know what the baby needs just by looking at the baby. Baby cry a certain way, oh, that means the baby's uncomfortable. Baby cry this way, oh, that means the baby wants some milk. Baby wants to be, Symphony, when she was a little butterball, she just wanted to be toted. She'd cry and be like, if you don't pick me up so I can see what's going on. I would cry too. And as a mother, I understood. I nursed my daughter all the way up until she was almost 4 years old. I did. And I'm so grateful that I was able to be around her instead of her being around some random person. Now, granted, if things got tough and, he got laid off of his job, then yeah, I get it. That's why the Bible says two is better than one. You know what I mean? But to be sitting up here and role reversals and, you be the dad mom. Nah, man, I ain't playing him. Nah, no. I don't care. I wanted that, and I just feel like I was robbed of that. I feel like, in a sense, I was robbed. And it's just like the woman that I saw on YouTube, in Africa with 35 children. She provides for her children and she cares for them, but she got to go out and cut stuff down and do stuff, and she got to grind just like the next. And to have a dude just sitting there. I remember years ago, me and my cousin was looking at this thing on YouTube, and it was a group of black women. They were in Africa, so they looked like some tribe or something. And this had to come out in the 70s. And me and my cousin was in shock, and then we realized that it was a comedy skit. All these women building huts, they sitting up here, they sitting up here hunting prey and making food. And then the guy was like, and then as you can see what the women are doing, and when we look at the men, them dudes was laying around. And this is when I knew it was Comedy Central or something. I don't know if it was Comedy Central, but the guy kind of like knelt up and literally he smoked a J and like laid back down. And I said, if this ain't a bunch of... I was in my 20s when I saw that laziness. While all the women was just carrying stuff, these dudes was just laying around. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. What tribe is this? Until I saw him smoke a joint, and I realized, oh, this is a joke. This is a joke. I'm not doing no. But see, when you love somebody, that love will make you so blind. You'll be like, honey, well, you know what? I know you feeling stressed, but do you think it's okay if you stay home and you take care of the kids, and then I'll go out and I'll work for both of us? No, I ain't doing that. But I already see right now it's going to be a huge rise of lazy men that want to say, I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I can see all types of issues coming out of that. All types of issues. I feel like with fathers, they're not as caring as moms. I don't care. Moms just have it built in them, and the reason why is because they carried the baby. I don't care how cool dad is and how fun dad is. And you got some moms too that's out there that's real stricter than dads. But majority of good women, it was just instilled to us to be nourishing mothers. You know what I mean? So I just think that I just, and then I feel like the media is pushing it too. So a lot of guys are going to get with some woman and feel like, oh, she looks strong enough to be the breadwinner. I mean, what the heck? I'll never forget what my cousin was telling me. She was struggling lifting this thing, like struggling. I mean, really struggling. And finally, she got the stuff to the car. She saw all these guys looking. And as soon as she got into the car, the guy tried to holler at her. And she said, what was that for? You watching me struggle? I guess he said, oh, she looks like she can take care of things. Like, what's wrong with this? Something's wrong with this picture. No. No. Can't. Won't. Will not. Nope. Nah. And when my daughter gets older, I'm a teacher too. Nope. A man don't work, he don't eat. Your children, to be around your children, to instill, to love them. But to sit up here and go to work while he's sitting at home eating bonbons and taking care of the kids, no. No, it's just not going to happen. And the thing is, women are already out there doing it on their own. And I guess some will feel like, who's better to actually have a babysitter would be the father, right? Fathers don't babysit. They're supposed to watch their children. And I understand that each his own if it works for the household, whatever. But what type of trend? What type of trend are you giving people? I don't know. No, I do know. It's not right. Call me conservative, old school. I don't care. It ain't right. It ain't right. You want me to go to work and you stay home. You want me to do the yard work while you do the dishes. You want me to take out the trash, huh? You want me to do all of these things? You want me to hunt down the bear, huh? Or you want me to go fishing and skin the fish and chop the chicken head off and cook you a meal? No, I don't want role reversals. I like being a woman. Matter of fact, I enjoy being a woman. When I'm getting tired of these daggone imposters trying to say they're women. Is this what the society's supposed to be coming up? This is what you want us to teach our children? Huh? It's nuts to me. So what's going to happen when war set out? Stay-at-home dads, you don't need to go to war. Just send all the moms there. It doesn't make sense. I think a woman, if she wants to work, she works. You know, there's some women out here that have no choice like myself. And there's some women that are being deprived from their husbands because they're the breadwinners, and the husband's just putting dollars in their face like, I make all the money, you don't make nothing, ha. And so they just like, you know what, let me go get my own. Because my husband, I've seen guys do that. I known of a guy, he work and get all this stuff and tell me he give his wife $100 a month allowance. I looked at him sideways. I was like, you know what? I can't. And I guess everybody will say, well, I don't see nothing wrong with that. No, there's something wrong with that. It's also something wrong with a man wearing high heels. There is. You know. And now we're sitting up here and we're going to normalize what's not normal. It's the demasculation of men, husbands, that they want to do. They want to feminize them. And then as you go to work and you come home, you like, what? The baby over here crying, what's going on? You go in your room and you find your husband putting on your pantyhose and your shoes, and now he calling himself Veronica. You know what I'm saying? There's only one woman in this relationship, only one mom. Okay? only one mom. And I don't know. It's just like nothing new is under the sun. So whatever's going to come out next is going to be even worse than what we're dealing with right now. But ain't no way in heck I'm going to be coming home and no, no, no. If I had a man in my life, no, no, not happening. Not, nope, nope, not. And most men would feel some type of way because they want to provide for their families. Now, don't get it twisted. You got a lot of men out there who just, they okay with being at home with the children. And the wives are too. It works for them. It's just nice and sweet. But to me, it still looks ridiculous. To me, it still looks like, you're feminine and you're masculine. It does. It doesn't matter how, whatever. It just really does. And then I get it. You have some men that, they really can't, whatever the situation is. But if you're trying to push this mass thing out here, you're trying to push it out to be like, hey, ladies, we see that you have been in the workplace doing it on your own. How about allowing him to stay home while you work? Absolutely not. Ain't nobody gonna be on my couch. No. 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 Man don't work, he don't eat. If I gotta get up and I gotta get the bag, you gotta get up and get the bag too. And we gonna have double bag. That's what we gonna have. I can hurry up and get this business jump started and be there for our child. But I'll be daggone it. I'm sitting up here going to work and I'm already asking God to give me strength and trying not to complain, because I'm a woman, but I'll be daggone it and I'm sitting up, no. So I already see what's going to come down the line. There's going to be a lot of users out here. I stay home with the kids. You go work. Why can't you go work and I stay home with the kids? It's going to be a lot of gamers out there changing diapers on the side. Nah. Nah. I ain't going out like that. Y'all better not go out like that. I don't care, man. There's something wrong with that. And the thing is, I'm laughing about it, but it's true. I even know a woman who, her husband in the military, and he completely decided to take on a new identity, and now he calls himself a woman, and they both got a son together. Like, I just feel like people need to stay in their lanes and know what you are here for. You need to stay in your lane. No, you know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. Like, don't be sitting there trying to take that from me or trying to push that on women to take care of men since you already doing it anyway. Nah, they need to get out there and push even harder. I'm just saying, the data is out there. Everybody I know, single women and their mothers, are out here working by themselves. And they don't have no dude, I'm talking about personally friends, and they don't have no dude, no man sitting on their couch taking care of the kids while they're away. Majority of the women that I knew that needed help, their mothers, grandparents stepped in to help. But I'll be daggone it. I had a real good friend of mine. She's sitting up here working. Had a car with her husband. and he at home driving around cheating with other women in the car. And I'm not saying by all means that every situation is same. I'm just saying that massively they're trying to push this agenda because the statistics are known that women are the workforce, that women are opening up more businesses, and they're graduating, and they're even going into masculine construction work. Women, I don't know how that is, because I couldn't imagine trying to twist something open and you need some man hands to do it or a daggone machine to do it. Have y'all ever had a situation like that where you was like, oh, I can twist that open, and when you try, you was just like, I don't have enough strength? But they got roles out here where women are they're dominating the workforce. What does that mean? That means that men, you need to step up and dominate. You need to work. You need to provide for your families. You ain't been providing for your families, and that's the reason why the women are out here like, shoot, if you ain't gonna get it, I'm not gonna sit up here and be wishing and hoping, because I already prayed that you was gonna come back and get it for us. But as time went and the years went, I realized you're not coming back. So, Father, if you could give me the strength to do it, and he's been blessing these women out here. This ain't happening by chance, because when you look at the statistics of single parent households, they're women. So women are in the workforce and they're in the single parent household. Something's not right. Something's not right. But this is all a product of abandonment, I suppose. And you know what? That's something, because I even realized, I noticed other places you really don't see a lot of men. Interesting. I don't know. But again, some people say they don't see nothing wrong with father being at home while the women go out and work. Hey, I heard around the globe they fatten up the bride, because if she's fat, that means she's wealthy. Hey, that's what they think. I'm just like, I ain't with it. That's not what I heard. And what I read in the Bible, the men, they provide. I ain't heard women running it and providing for their husbands and the children. Like, I'm just not with it. I'm not with it. Women getting down on their knees isn't proposing. I mean, it's just, I guess it's the same as women going out there picking out their wedding bands. I mean, the things you do for love. The things you do for love. Again, I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I just feel like, too, the disconnect you'll have with your own children, because you're just not there. You're not there. I'm grateful. I love both of my parents. Growing up, when I was a little girl, I had both of my parents. I had a sense of, I remember seeing my dad go to work, and when he come home, I had a sense of protection. And my mother, I remember that love that she poured into me and my brothers and sisters. And I remember having her there and feeling the comfort knowing that my mom was there. So, I mean, most women, when they have a baby by the person that they're in love with, usually in the back of their mind, they're planning to raise a family with this person. They're planning to be the mother that they can be, while he be the father, he be the head. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all wanted that thing, but some people started chasing other things, and in that they left that. And when you look at the statistics of the single family, you see that there's women that dominate single parent households, and now they dominate the workforce because they have to provide. Women, we not I'm not gonna say all women but majority of the women out here, we're not built to walk away from our offspring. We're not built. When we hear our baby, I talk about a good mother, when we hear our child cry, they could be all the way across the thing, you already running towards that baby. Dad may have got up and walked off, like whatever, y'all deal with it, you survive, but mama out here hurting and everything. Like, I literally was talking to my god sister, and both of us was sick at the same time. She in a whole nother state in Chicago. And she said she felt so bad because her babies were just real, they were real calm. Usually they would have a lot of energy, but she was so sick and running a fever and was hurting that she couldn't really even move. And they were saying, "Mommy, we hungry," but they understood that their mother was not feeling good. And I was thinking, like, my goodness, to have to be the one to go to work and then be the one to be at home by yourself sick and still have to get enough strength to provide for your children. And then you dudes want to, really? And then you wonder why there are so many women. And then these dudes sitting up here talk about the feminine movement. No, it was you dumb, stupid dudes out there, not all of you, that decided you were going to leave your family and have them struggle, have your wife, your children, have them struggle. And I was thinking, like, Dad, she went with it. She went through it with two. When I was sick, I was so sick, y'all. I felt like somebody food poisoned me. My daughter was asleep, but I was throwing up so bad. So bad. I'm trying not to wake nobody up. And I was too weak to even call out for my mother. And I mean, that night I gained enough strength just to take a shower and wash up, because it sounds graphic, but I threw up like all on the daggone towels trying to make it to my bathroom. But I was able to, like, wash up and everything. And my mother had came in the room in the morning and was like, "What happened?" I said, "Mom, I don't feel good." She was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And I love my mother. That's my mother, though. Even when I was a little girl, that's how she's always been. Why didn't you call up? I said I couldn't. Like, I was hurting so bad. The only one I could talk to was God. I was like, "Father, please make it stop." I mean, it's bad when you're throwing up nothing. But anyway, my mother, she crackers, soup, ginger ale, mass, all of that. She helped me. And, I was so grateful for her because she took my baby on to school. So I couldn't imagine, my god sister, she in Chicago with 2 kids, and her youngest is like 4, and she had no help, nobody. And then you wonder if a mother can have to pull that strength when you curled up on the ground to get it together, because you got kids. She gonna go out and get this bag so she can provide for her children. And then y'all sit up here talking about, oh, because of this feminine movement. No, because the trifling men out here don't take care of their children. Sorry, y'all, that just hit something. They don't take care of their children. Because the thing about it is that most men are built with the instinct to provide. And they want to provide, and they want to do better for their family. God blesses them too. Blesses their hands, footsteps, and everything. Until he walks away, the blessings are gone. So he blesses the woman to provide for the children who belongs to God. But no, God wants man to be the head of his household, not the other way around. And I get it, there are certain situations, but the situation that we're living in right now, with the redefining, with the blasphemies, with people trying to mutilate our children, we don't need nothing new coming up the pipe saying that women are just like men and therefore can work just like, nah. We came from man, we came out of man, and we are the weaker vessel than man. And a lot of women out here, well, my man want to stay home and take care of the kid, and I'm just going, then do you. But nope. Because in the Bible, I don't see nothing in the Bible with the woman would out there provide and the men would stay at their home. We not even gonna go down there. Now, stay out of my lane. Stay out of my lane. I'm the mom, you be the dad. I'm the woman, you be the man. I am the woman. I'm claiming the W, the woman, all of that. You call yourself whatever you want, but I am the woman. And I don't care who is in their feeling. And it's amazing to me too how my phone starts to act up when I start talking that. And I've been seeing some crazy stuff, with these pronouns. And I've been telling myself, Mona, don't say nothing. And I'd be like, okay, I'm going to let these crazy people be crazy. But eventually, somebody going to have to let them know you crazy. You crazy. And a lot of y'all who accepted it, a lot of you who embraced it, a lot of you who unfriended it, now you're so upset because you didn't allow some demon in your house and it's taking over. See, one thing, I be too real, man. Y'all not ready for no realness, for real. I be too real. Let me tell you something. I love God. I love him so much. He gave his only begotten son to die for our sins. I love God. God created me a woman, okay? He created me female. Oh, I was named woman by Adam, who named Eve, because Eve came out of Adam. Y'all need to go back to the whole pronouns, okay, of the male and female. Go to the pronouns of who was on the ark, male and female. Male and female, and all animals too was on Noah's ark, wasn't it? It was Noah, his wife, his sons, and his sons' wives, right? Male and female, okay? I don't know what all this crazy mess is going on here, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all don't get it together, y'all gonna miss the boat. I'm not entertaining crazy. I'm not. You got dudes out here. This is going into a whole nother subject, but it was a guy talking about men come on their periods too. I said, you know what? See, this is what happened when you try to usher in insanity. Crazy, cray. When when somebody is telling you, born male, that they are a woman. So if you a woman, then what am I? Then I'm hearing, oh, you a sis. No. I am a woman. Because in order for me to believe you are a woman, I have to deny myself, which means I have to deny God who created me. Get in your own lane. Get in your own lane and let me be in my woman lane. Okay? Y'all crazy. I'm not accepting this BS, and I don't care. You want me to call you Mrs. Doubtfire? Okay, Mrs. Doubtfire. But you always going to be a man in a dress to me. Period. And it's a hate crime that you hating on me and my sex and my pronouns, the pronouns that was given straight from birth. Before I even knew myself, God already knew what I was going to be. But because you decided you don't like the way you look, you want to redefine it, and I have to redefine my boy bye, girl bye. Y'all sitting up here, and all of y'all who accepted it, you all need to be slapped in your faces. You really do. You need somebody need to take off a glove and smack you because you entertained it. And then you wonder why your young girls are losing swim lessons and swim meets because you got Shanae over here that's dusting everybody. And now we're going to sit up here and talk about women could be in the workforce while the men stay home. The devil is a liar. I already see what he's trying to do, because I already see how he got to some of y'all kids in school, and he working on these little kids right now because their parents are indoctrinating evil into their minds. I'm trying to tell you, God is not going to be mocked. And for real, we the woke ones, because y'all stupid as hell walking around here thinking you're not going to go to hell. I'm just saying. That's why I've been real quiet, because it's really hard. You know, I have a sister that suffers from schizophrenia and bipolar. This is some real stuff. And when my sister acts, on her thing, she would turn into Tasmanian devil out here. So I had another sister that got into it with her, and they both sitting up there acting a fool. And I said to my other sister, but you know what she suffers from, so why would you entertain it if you know that's what she's dealing with? Because it made you look crazy. Oh, well, yeah, that's the reason why I haven't really said too much, because you sitting up here trying to tell someone that you are what you are because God where you are. You cannot redefine that. And they trying to argue with me and tell me I'm a woman, you a cis woman. No. You're a man. Not a man. You are a man. And you can't even argue with them type of crazy people, because let me tell you something, men are stronger than women. There are men out here with dresses on knocking women out, and they don't care because they feel like, I'm a woman. No, you're not. You're a man in a dress. You're always going to be a man in a dress. It don't matter if you cut your genitalia off. It doesn't matter if you change your name. You're always going to be that. Just like I'm always going to be a woman. It wouldn't matter if I cut my breast off and shave my head. The truth hurts people. It don't hurt me. And I'm gonna be selfish with my species. I ain't sharing it with nobody. So they may give you a standing ovation, but you're always gonna be a man in a dress, and you're always gonna be a woman. Got women out here saying I'm a man. No, you're not. No, you're not. You want me to call you a certain name? Okay, whatever. And another thing too that I get tired of. I get tired of y'all that be like, not saying I'm against anybody. I don't even have to explain it. You're trying to threaten me because I'm a woman. You and your feelings because I was born this way because God made me this way. You and your feelings. Well, then get over it, man. Somebody cue the violins and get this dude some tissue. I'm not apologizing to nobody. Does this offend you? Because you have no friends. They telling you that, yeah, you are a girl. Your parents don't love you. They sitting up here taking you to the doctors so they can mutilate your hind parts. And then later on, you talking about I'm a detransition. You ain't never transitioned to anything. You was always a man. You were always a woman. And you won't always be that. I'm not apologizing. You want to call it a transformer, whatever. I call it a dude in a dress. That's what it is. Women belong to women. You can't redefine it. If you want to redefine it and call it interesting people, But don't call it woman, because I'm a woman. And I'm not going to deny God for you and your foolish stupidness. I'm not. We see it a mile away. When we see dudes in dresses and heels, we used to call it drag. Now they're just like, I am a trans woman. No, you are a transformer. I'm a woman. Drop the W, because the W never belonged to you. And that rainbow, I got news for you. That was a promise. But I'm trying to tell you some real stuff. It ain't going to be no flood, and it's going to be burning in hell. I'm sick and tired of y'all acting so stupid out here. And now we come to the women are supposed to be going into the workforce while the man stays home. The devil is always busy, I swear. He's always busy. He's always busy. It amazes me. These sickos can sit up here and call you something that doesn't define you. Tell you you ain't nothing just because you come on your period. I could come on mine too. I could do this too. And I don't know. I'm just venting, y'all. Is it just me? When I see women put on makeup to look beautiful, and then I see these dudes putting on makeup with beards, it's just like a man that still have a freaking beard. It's just some of this stuff is sick, and I'm just like, I'm done with it. I'm done with this. My pronouns is he, they, her. No, that's called demon, unclean spirit, demon, confusion, schizo. Get out of my face. You sick. And the doctor ain't no good either, because they're sick. You may not like what I'm, but just like God told me that I'm not allowed to get married because the man was allowed to do what you're doing. You got to pick up your cross too, and you got to walk. I'm just saying. A lot of people act like I'm not going to say nothing until your kid, till your son come home in a dress because the teacher want to sit up here and play around with it. And we're not even going to talk about what's going on with these so-called fashion industries and the things that they've been doing behind closed doors to our children. See why the mama need to be home? But this world is so full of, people are ignorant as heck out here. They'll look you dead, poo-poo and all, and be like, no, I really am a bobcat. I'm a bobcat. I'm trying to tell you I'm a bobcat. And there's some people that got sense to you too afraid. You too afraid. I got to deny myself because all of a sudden you decide that you feeling extra feminine. You don't even know what that feels like. You don't. You're not built that way. You're not. You just not. You ain't. I think it's a hate crime to have someone try to deny who they are so others can be comfortable. There's a huge consequence to that. And now we see it, the demasculation of men. It all started from this adulterous stuff. I've been saying this from day one. But the feminine, the masculine, the morals of people are just going out the window. And people are really acting like that they don't have no sense. I'm glad I was born. I'm glad I was born in 1982. Because I know one thing, in the 90s, in the 2000s, if we would have ever knew that this was coming down the pipeline, man, we would be like, nah, that'll never happen. But when a society becomes so corrupt with people who disobey the Bible, believing in false gods and false narratives. And now we've come to the point where people want to redefine who they are. People are afraid to approach a person or say something to a person because this person may be in their feelings if you call it a he, him, or she, her. I'm done with y'all. I am done. I'm not entertaining stupid either. Don't ask me. I'm not entertaining it. I told people, you sit up here, and when you entertain something that's not right, it could become a threat to you. It could become a threat to you. How so? Okay, you got a woman that's sitting up here competing in UFC fighting. She's supposed to be fighting women the same that's built just like her. I don't like masculine things, but instead she get in the ring and she getting punished by a man. But y'all don't want to call it a man. Y'all want to redefine it. That's a threat. Now these folks don't want to be called transformers anymore. They want to be called women. Nah, man, it's only one. It's only one women throne, and you ain't gonna get it. You can call yourself something else and get over in that third lane. But I'm not. No, we women ain't stepping down. Nope, aren't it? God gave it to us. That's our God right. You ain't about to take it. I don't care how you try to make it, how you try to dress it up. I don't care if you try to be the first man to carry a baby. You ain't never going to be a woman, ever. I'm sorry your doctor never told you this, but you ain't ever going to be a woman, ever. Ever. Then you want to sit up here and call us sis. No, I am a woman. Proudly, I am a woman. God created me female. That belongs to me. That's and you done went to the doctors and got splits and all this other type of stuff leaking all over the place, taking hormones to try to be something you cannot be. You are not about to sit up here and try to take that. The rest of you chicks that want to get, if you don't like the way that he created you, you need to have that conversation with God. You in the wrong lane trying to claim stuff. And I'm gonna tell you something too, quiet folk. You better start speaking up, because you got girls too, you got boys too. You better start speaking up, and it doesn't matter who gets offended. The truth is the truth. All you folks out here faking the funk like God is not gonna see you out and punish you, I tell in a heartbeat, adulteress, you going straight to hell for marrying somebody else's husband or wife. And I'm gonna tell the rest of y'all for sitting up here trying to mock God with twisting how he created you and then using your children. If you don't repent, y'all going to hell too. The government may say it's cool. Your workforce may say it's great. But God says you're going straight to hell and you will be judged accordingly. Don't and look, this will be the last time I talk about this. Don't ever say nobody told you when you on your way down here. I hate to see it. It's not even a funny matter, because people are in here right now on fire, screaming eternally. Some of y'all don't care though. You really don't care, because if you fear God, you wouldn't be out here mocking God. Anyway, this is a long video. Y'all have a blessed night.